Hi, welcome once more to Mr. Max. In this lesson, we are going to revise from February-March 2018 graphs and functions topics. Okay, February-March 2018 graphs and function, that is question number 4, 5 and 6. Question number 4, 5 and 6. So download the question paper before you watch this lesson. Then you must try to do yourself. Okay, then after that you have to watch this one and try to understand your answer is right or wrong, or if it is wrong, listen very carefully and try to understand what is wrong in that one. Okay, so that's the best method to practice for your exam. So anyway, without wasting time, let's start question number 4, graphs and function, February-March 2018. Okay, question number 4. Below are the graphs of f of x is equal to x minus 4 minus 9. So there is a function graph f of x is given, and what is that one? X minus 4 the whole square minus 9. So this is the given function, and there is a graph also given there. So let me draw that graph first here. Okay, so this is the given graph. Okay, and based on this one, look at the first bullet. A and B are the x-intercepts of f, and E is the turning point. Here you can see that this is f is this parabola. Okay, A and B are the x-intercepts. You can see that these 2 points are the x-intercepts, and E is the turning point. Okay, then C is the y-intercept, and this point is C, and that is a y-intercept. So there we can see that this point C is the y-intercept of both the f of x parabola and the straight line g of x. Okay, now the x-intercept of G is D. The x-intercept of G is D. That means this straight line, this is a g of x graph. Okay, so the x-intercept is D, and D is parallel to the y-axis, and this DE, this line, this dotted line is parallel to the y-axis. So here you can see that this dotted line is passing through the turning point. Okay, so what is the name of that one? If it is a parabola like this, assume that this is the turning point, and if there is a line passing through a straight line passing like this parallel to the y-axis, then what is the name of this straight line? Yeah, that is the axis of symmetry. Okay, that means the line passes through the straight line, the line passes through the turning point. Okay, and that line is the axis of symmetry. What is the meaning of axis of symmetry? This distance and this distance are the same. Okay, that's the axis of symmetry, or this line axis of symmetry cuts the parabola equally into two halves. Okay, so anyway, so this line D is parallel to the y-axis and also is passing through the turning point. So it means that this one is a axis of symmetry also. Okay, anyway, maybe we have to use that one. Okay, that's why they gave like that. Okay, now anything else? That's all. So based on these informations, we have to answer the remaining question. Okay, what is the first question? 4.1. Question number 4.1. Write down the coordinates of E. You have to find the coordinates of E. Actually, what is that E? E is the turning point. Am I right? E is the turning point. So how can you find the coordinates of E now? How can you find the coordinates of E? Turning point. There is an equation given like this: x minus 4, f of x is equal to x minus 4 the whole square minus 9. Okay, so in grade 11 you studied y is equal to x minus p the whole square plus q. What type of equation is this? Is a parabola or a quadratic equation. Am I right? Okay, then what is the turning point formula, or what is the turning point coordinate? that is here it is minus p, so here you have to write positive p comma this value q, that is a coordinate of the turning point. For example, y is equal to let's say 2 into x minus 3 the whole square plus 5. Okay, what is the turning point? What is the coordinate of the turning point? Here what is this? Minus 3. So when you write the coordinate positive 3, not change here, that is 5. Okay, so you have to change this minus 3 as a positive 3 and this 5 as it is. So 3 comma 5 is the turning point of this equation. I'm just giving an example, no connection with this question. Okay, so in case if here it is plus 3, then what is the coordinate of the turning point? Here you have to write minus 3 comma 5. When it is plus 3 here coordinate you have to write minus 3. Similarly here minus 4 minus 9. So what is the coordinate of that? E means coordinate of E. E is the turning point. So coordinate of E is, here it is minus 4. So you have to write positive 4, not change here, minus 9. So the coordinate of E is 4 comma minus 9. So this one is minus, it's positive 4, positive 4 comma minus 9. That is the coordinate of E. Now next question, question number 4.2. That's a simple question. 4.1, it's a grade 9 question. Okay, 4.2, excuse me, question number 4.2. What is that question? Calculate the coordinates of A. You have to find the coordinates of A. Where is that A? This point. What is the name of that point? Yeah, that is the x-intercept of this f of x graph, this parabola. Am I right? Both this A and B are the x-intercepts of this f of x graph or the parabola or the quadratic graph. Okay, so how can you find the x-intercept? Yeah, you studied that at x-intercept, what is y value? Y is equal to 0. This is what you studied. You have to find the coordinate of the x-intercepts, that is A and B. Okay, so at x-intercept y is 0. This is the function f of x. F of x is the same as y. Y is equal to x minus 4 the whole square minus 9. So here you have to substitute the value of y as 0 because we are trying to find the x-intercepts. So substitute y as 0. 0 is equal to x minus 4 the whole square minus 9. So if you take this minus 9 to this side, it is going to be positive 9. Am I right? So positive 9 is equal to this one. So let me write it in a reverse order. So it is x minus 4 the whole square is equal to positive 9. It's the same thing. 9 is equal to x minus 4 the whole square. So x minus 4 the whole square is the same as 9. So from here, how can you find the value of x or values of x? You have to take the square root on both sides. So square root of x minus 4 the whole square. What is that one? Yeah, in small classes you studied a square root of a square. Square root of a square. What is answer? That is x. Square root of x squared is x. Similarly, square root of x minus 4 square, that is the same as x minus 4. Okay, is equal to root of 9. It's not only 3, it's a plus or minus 3. Either plus 3 or minus 3. You have to consider both the cases. Okay, either plus 3 or minus 3. Okay, so now first we can consider the positive case. So what is that one? It means that x minus 4 is equal to either positive 3 or x minus 4 is equal to negative 3. Okay, so x minus 4 is equal to 3. So what is x? Take this minus 4 to the other side. So 3 plus 4, that is 7. So one x value is 7. So what is this one? X is equal to, there is a minus 3 here. Now take this minus 4 to the other side. So it is going to be positive 4. Okay, so x is equal to this minus 3 is this one, this minus 4 I took to the other side, so it is positive 4. So minus 3 plus 4 is 1. So the second x value is 1. So which one is the x value for a? Is it 1 or 7? Of course, the first, the small value is on the left side. Okay. So this one is, what is the y value? Y is 0. So it means that the coordinate of a is, this one is 1 comma 0, and of course this one is going to be, even though that question is not there, but the coordinate of b is 7 comma 0. So 1 comma 0 and 7 comma 0. Okay, so it implies that a is 1 comma 0, and even though the question is not there, we know that b is 7 comma 0. Okay, so that is question number 4.2. Now let's move to question number 4.3. Okay, question number 4.3. What is that question? M is the reflection of C in the axis of symmetry of F. Wow, what is that question? M is the reflection of C in the axis of symmetry of F. So the beginning of this question I told you, axis of symmetry, this one is the axis of C. So let me draw that axis of symmetry here once more, passing through D. This is the axis of symmetry. Okay, and they are saying that M is the axis of, what is that sentence? M is the reflection of C. M is the reflection of this point C in the axis of symmetry of F. So this is the axis of symmetry, and there is a point M, and that point M is the, now we don't know what is, where is that point M. Okay, so they are saying that there is a point M. Okay, and what is this M? This M is the, now look at that sentence, M is the reflection of C based on the axis of symmetry. Based on the axis of symmetry, if this point reflect, it will come exactly here. Am I right? So this is that point M. You understand? So M is the reflection. Let me erase this F. So M is the reflection of C based on the axis of symmetry. Do you understand now? Okay, M is the reflection of C based on the axis of symmetry. This is the axis of symmetry. Okay, now what is the question? Write down the coordinates of M. You have to find the coordinate of M. That's the question. What is the coordinate? What is the x value and y value of this one? Okay, so here since okay, look at this point. This point, okay, first we can find the x value. What is the x value of this point? Is it not the same as the x value of E? The x value of D is the same as the x value of E, because these two lines are parallel. It is given that. Okay, here the x value is plus 4. So it means that here for D the x value is 4. Am I right? For D the x value, so here on this axis of symmetry x value is 4, because here we got the coordinate of the turning point, the x value is 4. So it means that coordinate of D is 4 comma 0, or the x value of D is also 4. Okay, so x value of, listen very carefully, the x value of D is 4 means that this distance is 4 units. Am I right? Okay, the x value of D is 4 means that this is 0, x-axis, y-axis. So this distance is 4 unit. That's why coordinate of x value of D is 4. Okay, so it means that this distance is also 4. What is this line? Axis of symmetry. So it means that this distance is also supposed to be 4 units. Then only this one is an axis of symmetry. Okay, so now what is the x value of this M? Those who can understand, they can answer. this distance is 4. So now we know that this is also 4 because this one is the axis of symmetry. So what is the x value of here? This 4 plus 4, that is the x value of m is 8. Do you understand? Okay, so listen once more. This is the turning point. At this turning point, what is the x value? It is 4. So it means that since this line is parallel to this one, if here it is 4, this coordinate x value of this d is also 4. Okay, d is 4, x value of d is 4 means that this distance from the origin to this point, it is 4 units. This distance is 4 units. So it means that this distance is also 4 units. Since this one is the axis of symmetry, if this one is 4, this is also 4. So what is the x value of this m? 4 plus 4, that is 8. Okay. Now we have to find the y value. Is it not the same y value of this c? Because it's a reflection, it's not moving up or down. Okay. So if you can find the y value of this point c, that is the same as the y value here, because this m is the reflection of this c. Okay, so how can you find the y value of this c? Okay, so here let me write a x of m is equal to 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. That's enough. Okay, yeah, how many marks? It's 3 marks. I mean, yeah, 3 mark. Now we have to find the y value of this point c. That is the y-intercept of this f of x graph. Am I right? Okay. So what is the equation of f of x? Y is equal to x minus 4 the whole square minus y is equal to x minus 4 the whole square minus 9. This point c is the y-intercept of this f of x. Y-intercept, what is the x value? At y-intercept, what is the x value? X is equal to 0. So substitute the value of x as 0. Therefore, y is equal to x minus 0 minus 4 the whole square minus 9. So y is equal to minus 4 square, that is 16 minus 9. What is 16 minus 9? It is 7. So it means that here the coordinate is y-intercept. So x is 0, y 7. So at this point the y is 7. So what is the y value here at this point? That one is also 7 because m is the reflection of c. So it implies that the y value of m is equal to 7. So therefore the coordinate of m, now we have x value as 8 and y value as 7. Okay. Yeah, that's a higher order question. You just want, it's a easy, but you have to think like that. Okay. So that is question number 4.3. Now let's move to next question, question number 4.4. Okay, question number 4.4. 4.4. What is that question? Determine the equation of g. So what is g? We didn't talk about g at that straight line. This straight line is g of x. Okay, and now what is this question? You have to find the equation of g in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. You have to find the equation of this straight line g of x. Okay, so what is the general equation of a straight line? General equation of a straight line, you know, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is the general equation of a straight line. Am I right? This is what you studied last year. So you can write this equation also, y is equal to mx plus c. Same thing. Okay, so you know that c is, here it is 7. Okay, so mx plus 7, then substitute x value, any x value, you will get the same answer. Okay, I like to follow this method. I don't know why. Okay, so here using this method, I know some schools they are following this method. There is no problem, you can follow that one. Y is equal to mx plus c is the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept? 7. Okay, then substitute any point. So let's substitute this point d 4 comma 0, x 4 y 0, y 0, m is equal to 4 plus 7. So take this 7 to this side, minus 7 is equal to 4m, m is equal to minus 7 over 4. So equation is y is equal to minus 7 over 4 m plus 7. Okay, so that is the equation. Okay, anyway, let's see, are we getting the same answer here? Okay, I like to follow this method even though it's a little bit bigger, I don't know. Okay, maybe I practice like that. Okay, so anyway, what is this m stands for? M stands for the gradient. Okay, what is the gradient formula? M is equal to, gradient formula is m is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so take we know these 2 points. Here it is 0 comma 7 and here it is 4 comma 0, C and D. Okay, so y2 minus y1. Okay, let's say 7 minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1, 0 minus 4, 0 minus 4. So 7 minus 0 is 7, 0 minus 4 is minus 4. That is the same as minus 7 over 4. The 7 by minus 4 is the same as minus 7 by 4. Okay, so gradient is that one. So substitute. Now we can substitute at the same point, 4 comma 0. So y minus y1. What is y1 at this point? 0. Any one point on that line, doesn't matter this point or this point. Okay, so y minus 0 is equal to m. M we got as minus 7 over 4 into x minus, at that point what is x? 4. So y minus 0 is y is equal to, expand the bracket, minus 7 over 4 into x, that is minus 7 over 4x, minus 7 over 4 times minus 4. So here this 4 and 4 cancel, minus into minus is positive 7 plus 7. Do you get the same answer? Okay, so either we can follow this method or this method, doesn't matter. Okay, so here y is equal to mx plus c. What is c? Y intercept, that is 7. Okay, then we substitute any one point. I substituted this point, x as 4 and y as 0. From there we found the value of m as minus 7 over 4. Then the equation. Okay, okay, so that is question number 4.4. Now let's move to question number 4.5. Okay, okay, let's go to next question. Question number 4.5. What is that question? Write down the equation of G inverse in the form of y is equal to. You have to write the equation of G inverse. So first of all, what is G of x? Previous question we got the answer minus 7 over 4 x. Is it minus plus 7? Minus 7 over 4 x plus 7. This is the G, this is G of x. This is the equation of G of x from the previous question. Am I right? Here this question is, you have to write the equation of G inverse of x. You have to write the equation of G inverse of x. So let me write this. G of x is the same as y. Am I right? Y is equal to minus 7. Minus 7 over 4 minus 7 over 4x plus 7. I just wrote G instead of G of x, I wrote y. Okay. Now the question is to find G inverse. To find G inverse, what you are supposed to do? To find G inverse, what you are supposed to do? You have to swap x and y. So this y becomes x and x becomes y. So this x you have to write y plus 7. That is how you want to find the equation of G inverse. You have to swap x and y. Okay, y became x and x becomes y. Now you just want to adjust this one because they want the answer. Look at the question, in the form of y is equal. They want the answer in the form of y is equal to. Okay, so how can you write the answer in the terms of y? So I mean in the form of y. Take this 7 to this side. So it is x. This side it is minus 7 is equal to minus 7 over 4 y. So now divide both the sides with anyhow you can do that one. So divide minus 7 over 4, divide minus 7 over 4. Okay, so this minus 7 over 4 and minus 7 over 4 cancel. So what is remaining there? That is y is equal to, then now this 4 it will multiply with this one. Is it not like that? Okay, I told you many times a divided by b by c. What is the easy method? You have to multiply this c with this a. Okay, so what is that one? A times c divided by b. Okay, same thing. This 4 a divided by b by c. So this c you have to multiply. So there you must be careful. 4 bracket x minus 7. Okay, divided by minus 7. So now what is this one? 4 by minus 7 is the same as minus 4 by 7. Okay, so minus 4 by 7 into x minus 7 is equal to y. So expand the bracket. You have to multiply one by one. First you multiply this one, then you multiply this one. Okay, so minus 4 by 7 into x, that is y is equal to minus 4 over 7 times x, that is minus 4 over 7x. Then minus into minus, that is going to be positive. Then this 4 over 7 into 7, what is 4 over 7 times 7? 7 and 7 cancel, remaining is 4. So it is plus 4. So this is the answer, g inverse of x, that is minus 4 over 7x plus 4. That is g inverse of. So maybe you can write once more. Therefore g inverse of x is equal to minus 4 over 7x plus 4. That's the final answer. Okay, so that is question number 4.5. Now let's move to next question, question number 4.6. Question number 4.6. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 4.6. Question number 4.6. What is that question? For which values of x, that means you have to find the values of x. Okay, and what is the condition? X, okay, they confused you. X into f of x, this is the same as x times f of x. Okay, so don't worry about this bracket, that's multiplication. Okay, so for which values of x, x times f of x is less than or equal to 0. X times f of x, like this one is the same as this one. Okay, x times f of x is less than or equal to 0 for which values of x. So it means that you have to find the values of x. Okay, and satisfying this condition, x into f of x is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so here two functions or two x values and y value multiplied, anyway whatever may be, two things multiplied and the answer is negative. Okay, so when two numbers or two functions multiply and the answer is negative, it means that either the first one is positive and the second one is negative. Positive into negative is negative, or this one is negative times this one must be positive, then also the answer is negative. Okay, so if you want to get a negative answer, one must be positive and the other one must be negative, or negative positive. You understand? Okay, so now you have to find the values of x where x into f of x is less than or equal to 0. So here there is no g of x. Okay, only that f of x graph is there. Okay, so listen very carefully. Let me draw that graph here once more. If I explain with that one, maybe it is too clumsy there. Okay, so this is our point A. At this point, what is x value? 1. This is our point B. Here it is 4. Okay, so this is our f of x graph. Okay, now this is the x-axis. Am I right? Okay, this is the what axis? Y-axis. Okay, so here tell me, this is the origin. So this side, what is x value? Is it positive or negative? This side. From here, from the origin to this side, it is x value is positive. Am I right? So all of this one, x value positive, x positive. Okay, then from here to here x value is negative. Am I right? All of these one x values are negative. Then f of x is positive means what? F of x is positive means it must be above x-axis. A function is positive means it must be above x-axis. Okay, so look at this one. From this point to this side, you can see that it is above x-axis. So here, what is here? What is this one? It's positive. Why? Because above x-axis is positive, below x-axis is negative in the case of a function. Okay, so here positive, 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 positive. It's going like that. Okay, then below x-axis it is negative, 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 up to there. Then again above x-axis, that means again here it is positive, 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 like that. Okay, now listen very carefully. Which two terms are multiplied? X and f of x. Okay, so tell me, what is x here? Negative. What is f of x here? Positive. That means if you multiply x and f of x, positive into negative, that is negative. Am I right? From where? From this 0. After 0, what is happening? This is positive. Am I right? This is also positive. Positive times positive is positive. We want negative. So it means that when x is less than or equal to, so x is less than or equal to 0. When x is before 0, negative, positive, negative, positive. Positive times negative is negative. That is what we want, negative. Okay, but after 0, what is happening? Positive, 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 positive. That means positive times positive is positive. We don't want that one. Okay, then what else? Look at this one. After this 1, this is 1, x value is 1 here. Here x value is 4. After 1, what is x value? What is x value here? Positive. What is the x value here? What is the value, sign here? Negative. X positive, negative, positive, negative. Positive times negative is negative. That is what we want. Okay, from which x value? From x value 1 to which one? 4. Am I right? So it means that between 1 and 4, again if you multiply x and f of x, positive times negative, positive times negative, you will get the negative value. Okay, but what about after 4? After 4, this is a positive, this one is also positive, positive, positive. That means positive times positive is positive. We want negative answer. So only two possibilities: either x must be less than or equal to 0, or x must be between 1 and 4. Between 1 and 4, positive into negative, negative. When x is less than 0, positive into negative, negative. Okay, so that is the answer. These two are the answers. That is question number 4.6. Now let's move to next question, question number 5. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 5. Question number 5. What is that question? The graph of g of x is equal to a raised to x is drawn in the sketch below. So there is a graph g of x is equal to a raised to x is drawn. Okay, so there is a graph, you can see on the graph paper. There is a graph drawn like this. Okay, and this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the point T, and there is a point S 2, 9. Okay, now there is a graph drawn like that also. Okay, and what is the equation of this graph? This is g of x. Okay, now first question, question number 5.1. What is that question? Write down the coordinates of t you have to find the coordinate of this t. You know, this is the y-axis. At y-intercept, what is x value? It's a 0. Okay, so first let's write this equation. G of x is the same as y. So y is equal to a raised to x. So you know that this is the y-intercept. So at y-intercept, what is the x value? X is equal to 0. So at y-intercept, value of x is 0. So we can substitute x as 0. Y is equal to a raised to x. X I substituted as 0. Any number raised to 0 is 1. Am I right? So a raised to 0 is 1. So at a y-intercept, x is 0 and what is the y value? 1. So it means that, it implies that the point T is x value is 0 and y value is 1. X value 0, T is the y-intercept. So that's why T, x value 0, y value what we got? 1. So it means that this point is 0, 1. Okay, that is question number 5.1. Now let's move to next question, question number 5.2. Question number 5.2. What is that question? Calculate the value of a. You have to find the value of this a. Okay, so let's write that equation once more. We know that g of x is the same as y. Y is equal to a raised to x. Okay, do you know any point other than this point 0 and 1? Yeah, there is a one point given s, 2, 9. Okay, so substitute 2, 9, because we know that that point 2, 9 is a point on that exponential function. So y is equal to, what is y here? It is 9. So 9 is equal to a raised to x. What is x? 2. So a raised to 2. A raised to 2 is equal to 9. What is a? Square root of 9. Square root of 9 means it is 3. Okay, so since the shape of the graph is like this, we can't take a minus 3. Okay, so now it implies that the value of a is equal to 3. Okay, so that is question number 5.2. now a is greater than 0. 5.3. Next question, question number 5.3. Question number 5.3. What is that question? The graph h is obtained by reflecting g in the y-axis. Write down the equation of h. Okay, simple question. What is the value of a? We got 3. Okay, so this g of x, now we know that equation of g of x is 3 raised to x, and we know g of x is the same as y. Y is equal to 3 raised to x. Okay, just pause there. Okay, now what is this question? The graph of h is obtained by reflecting g in the y-axis. So if a graph is reflected based on the y-axis, what you are supposed to do? If the reflection is based on the y-axis, you have to change the sign of x. Okay, so that you have to remember. If the reflection is based on y-axis, reflection based on y-axis, what you have to do? Change sign of x. Okay, but if the reflection is based on x-axis, just opposite. Reflection based on y-axis, change the sign of x. Reflection based on x-axis, same thing, change sign of y. That's all. It's very easy. Here our question is reflection. H is the reflection based on the y-axis. So if the reflection is based on the y-axis, you are supposed to change the sign of x. So look at how I am going to change. Y is equal to 3 raised to here x. So I am going to write minus x. That's all. Okay. Then this is the same as this new equation is h of x. Therefore h of x is equal to 3 raised to minus x. Okay, so that is the equation of new graph. Okay, so here guys don't be confused when you see something like this. You can leave the answer like this, no problem, you will get the full mark. Okay, but some memos or some question memos you can see that the answer is written like this: 1/3 raised to x. Okay, it's the same thing. This 3 raised to minus x, how can you write 3 raised to minus x? Okay, what is the denominator here? 1. Okay, so if I want to write this as positive x, okay, what must I do? 1 over, I have to take 3 raised to minus x to the denominator. Okay, so it is 1 over 3 raised to positive x. Okay, now look at this one, 1 over 3 raised to positive x. I can write it like this: 1 over 3 the whole raised to x. 1 raised to any number is a 1, am I right? Okay, then 3 raised to x, that is 1 over 3 raised to x. So that is how you got this answer. So doesn't matter if you leave the answer like this, it's fine, that's also correct. Okay, or you can write it like this: 1 over 3 the whole raised to x. Okay, okay, so that is question number 5.3. now let's go move to question number 5.4. Question number 5.4. Write down the values of x. So it means that you have to find the values of x. Okay, write down the values of x, and what is the condition for which 0 less than log x to the base 3 less than 1. Wow, you have to find the values of x where 0 less than where the log x to the base is between 0 and 1. What are the values of x? That is a question. Okay, or you have to find the values of x where 0 less than log x to the base 3 less than 1. Okay, so it's easy, but you have to think. It's a higher order question, not really, but yeah, anyway. G of x is equal to a raised to x. You know, we got the value of a as 3. Do you remember that one? Okay, so that g of x, let me write it like this: y is equal to 3 raised to x. Okay, g of x is the same as y is equal to a is 3 raised to x. So if I want to write the inverse of this graph, what I am supposed to write? If I want to write the inverse of this one, I have to swap x and y. Do you remember I told you before? Okay, so this y becomes x is equal to 3 raised to this x becomes y. Okay, so x is equal to 3 raised to y. That is the inverse of this is actual g of x. Okay, and this one is g inverse. Okay, then how can I write y? Y is equal to, from this expression, how can I write y is equal to? Yeah, you studied in the lesson videos. Okay, to write y is equal to this exponent, what you have to do? You have to take the logarithm log of this x to the base 3. Am I right? Okay, x is equal to 3 raised to y. The y actually, what is that one? G inverse of, and this x is equal to 3 raised to y, we can write in terms of y. How? Log x to the base 3. Okay, that is a logarithmic rule that you have to study. Watch that. Those who doesn't know how to write like this, you have to watch that video lessons. Okay, before you watch this revision lesson. Okay, so y is equal to log x to the base 3. Is it not the same as this one? Look at this one. Okay, so they are talking about the inverse of this g of x graph. Okay, inverse of g of x you already studied. How can, let me try to draw that inverse graph here. Okay, so 0 1, so inverse graph, how can you draw? You have to swap x and y. So here it is 0 1, so inverse graph it is 1 comma 0, so it will come somewhere here. This is 1 comma 0, and also 2 comma 9, so inverse graph 9 comma 2, you have to swap x and y. So 9 will come somewhere here, 2 will come somewhere here. So it means that this is 2 comma 9. Okay, now the inverse graph is going to come like this. This is 1 comma 0 and that one is 2 comma 9. So this is the inverse graph, G inverse of x, and we know that is G inverse of x is log x to the base 3. Okay, so now look at the question. So now I am going to erase this one. So now you have to understand that this log x to the base, they are talking about this inverse graph, G inverse graph. Okay, so now let's see, let me erase this one. So now we know that this log x to the base 3, they are talking about the inverse of this G of x graph. Okay, that is this one. Okay, now look at the question once more. You have to find the values of x. You have to find the values of x where y is this one is y, am I right? Inverse is also a function, so function is y. Okay, so where y is between 0 and 1. Listen once more. You have to find the values of x. You have to find the values of x where this is y. Do you agree that? Because this is a logarithmic function is y. Okay, so you have to find the values of x where y is between 0 and 1. Am I right? Okay, so what is this is what is the equation of this one? G of x is equal to a raised to x, that is y is equal to 3 raised to x. What is this one? Y is x is equal to 3 raised to y. Okay, so here this is the equation of this one, is the equation of this one, x is equal to 3 raised to y. I swap this x and y, that is the inverse one. Okay, so when y is 1, in this x is equal to 3 raised to y, actually this is the same as this one, don't forget that. Okay, so when this, listen once more, this equation and this equation are the same thing. Okay, so when y is equal to 1, when y is 1, what is the x value? X is equal to 3 raised to 1. This is the inverse. Okay, x is equal to 3 raised to 1, that is 3. Okay, when y is 1, y1 means here, what is x value? X is equal to 3. So it means that when y is 1, the x value is 3. So it is somewhere here. Okay, this is 3. Okay, so when y is 1, this is 1. Okay, when y is 1, the x value is 3. You understand? Okay, then when y is 0, when y is equal to 0, what is the x value? X is equal to 3 raised to 0, that is 1. So y0 means this is y0. Okay, y0 x value is 1. Okay, so now listen very carefully. What is the question? What is the x value when y is between 0 and 1? When y is between 0 and 1, what is the x value? Okay, so when y is 0, what is the x value? It is 1. When y is 1, what is the x value? It is 3. So it means that the value of x is between 1 and 3. Okay, when the value of y is between 0 and 1, the value of x is between 1 and 3. So what your answer you are supposed to write is 1 less than x less than 3. That is the answer. Okay, so listen once more. When y is 0, what is the x value? When y is 0, we substitute the x value here, y is 0. 3 raised to 0, it is 1. So when y is 0, x value is 1. Okay, then when y is 1, what is the x value? 3. When y is 1, x value is 3. So it means that the values of x when it is between 0 and 1, the x values are between 1 and 3. So when x is 0, y is 1. When x is when y is 0, x is 1. When y is 1, x is 3. So between 0 and 1, y values, the x values are between 1 and 3. So you have to write the answer, x values are between 1 and 3, or 1 less than x less than 3, or we can write it like this also, x is an element of 1 comma 3. It is also fine. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit tricky one, but try to understand. Okay, that is question number 5.4. Okay. Now let's move to the next question, question number 6. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 6. Question number 6. What is that question? Given the function f defined by f of x is equal to a divided by x plus p plus q. So there is a function f of x is equal to a divided by x plus p plus q. So what type of function is this? F of x is equal to a divided by x plus p plus q. Is it a linear or a quadratic or a exponential or hyperbolic or trigonometric? This is a hyperbolic function because the variable is the denominator. So if the variable x is in the denominator, it's a hyperbolic function. Okay, so here it is given that f of x is equal to a divided by x plus p plus q has the following properties. The range of y is an element of R, y not equal to 1. Okay, so before I go to that question, what is in this equation, what are the okay, in this equation, what are the asymptotes? X is equal to minus p. X is equal to minus p is an asymptote, equation of the asymptote. Okay, then second asymptote is y is equal to q. Y is equal to q is also an asymptote. Okay, so in this equation there are two asymptotes. One is x is equal to minus p and the second one is y is equal to q. For example, another example, y is equal to 2 divided by x minus 3 plus 5. In this example, okay, so what are the equations of the asymptote? X is equal to, if here it is minus 3, we studied, if here it is minus 3, then the equation of the asymptote is x is equal to positive 3. Then the second asymptote, you don't want to change anything, plus 5, here also it's plus 5. Okay, so the only change is here. When it is minus, here it is plus 3. In case if the question is like this, then you have to write the equation as x is equal to minus 3. Do you understand? Okay, so anyway, these are the asymptotes of this equation. Okay, so here what is this asymptote? Y is equal to 5. What is that one? That is a horizontal asymptote. Okay, so y is equal to q. Normally generally we are writing like this, y is equal to q, and that is the horizontal asymptote. Okay, so here in our question, what are the properties given? Look at the question. What is the first property? The range of the equation is y is an element of R where y not equal to 1. So what is the meaning of that one, guys? So it means, what is the meaning of range? Range means possible y values. Okay, so there is a, assume that these are the x and y axis. Okay, this is the x axis and this one is the y axis, and range is equal to, range is y is an element of R where y not equal to 1. It means that y is equal to 1, y is equal to positive 1 is the asymptote of this function. Okay, that is the meaning of this one. The range is y is an element of R. It means that y can take any real values. This y can take any real values except y is equal to 1. So y can't be 1. Y can't be 1 means that is the asymptote. So normally we are writing, generally how can we write? Y is equal to, normally we are writing y is equal to q. Am I right? Okay. So what is this q? This value. So here we know that the q value is 1. So it means that, it implies that y is equal to 1, or q is equal to, we can write directly without writing anything. What is the first question? Look at the first question. Write down the value of q, 6.1. What is that question? Write down the value of q. So now what is the value of q? Y is equal to, q is the asymptote. Okay. So here what is the q? It is given that y is equal to 1 is the asymptote. So it implies that q is equal to 1. That is a horizontal asymptote. Okay. Then 6.2. What is that question? Question number 6.2. Calculate the values of a and p. You have to find the values of a and p. So that is the second question. Let me erase all of this one. So now we know that the value of q is 1. Okay. And now we are going to do question number 6.2. You have to find the values of a and p. So 6.2, you have to find the values of this a and p. Okay. Now for that, look at the second bullet. What is the second bullet given? The graph f passes through the origin. So it means that this graph, this hyperbolic graph is passing through the origin. This is the origin. Okay. So it is passing through the origin. It's like this. Okay. We don't know what is a vertical asymptote. So anyway, it is passing through the origin. Oh, okay. So we can't draw that one now. Otherwise, we are supposed to draw like that. But anyway, I'm not going to draw that one now, because now we don't know what is the value of a. Am I right? We don't know what is the value of a. We have to know that a is positive or negative. Then only we can decide, is it like this or like this. Okay. If the value of a is positive or negative, that will determine the shape of the graph. So we don't want to draw that one, but anyway we know that it is given in the question that it passes through the origin. That means 0, 0. Okay. So now what is the equation that we know now? F of x, that is y is equal to a over x plus p plus q. Q we know that it is 1. Okay, because the asymptote, horizontal asymptote, that is y is equal to 1. Okay. Now also it is given that the graph passes through the origin. Origin means 0, 0. So I am going to substitute 0, 0, because it is passing through the origin. So y is equal to, y is 0, a divided by x. X is also 0 plus p plus 1. So you know that 0 plus p is p. Take this 1 to this side. So it is positive 1. On this other side it is minus 1, is equal to a over 0 plus p is p. So you can cross multiply. This p you can multiply with this one. Okay. So p into minus 1 is minus p. So minus p is equal to a, or a is equal to minus p. I'm going to call that as equation number 1. Okay. So we got an expression for a. What is that expression? A is equal to minus p. So let me write that equation here. A is equal to minus p. Okay. So we got that equation. That is our equation number 1. Okay. Now look at the last bullet. So guys, you have to pause the video and you have to write this one. Okay. Since there is no space here, I am going to erase this one now. What is the next bullet? Look at the question. What is the third bullet or the last bullet? Last property. They are saying that p root 2 plus 2 and root 2 plus 1 lies on f. So they are saying that there is another point P. I don't know where is that point. Okay. Anyway, they are saying that there is another point P, and the coordinate of that point is root 2 plus 2 comma root 2 plus 1. Am I right, guys? Root 2 plus 2 comma root 2 plus 1, and they are saying that this point P also lies on this graph of f of x. So it means that we can substitute this x, this is the x value, this is the x value, and this one is the y value. We can substitute that point also in this equation. Okay, so just substitute P root 2 plus 2 comma root 2 plus 1. So I'm going to substitute that point in this equation. Okay, because it is given that that point P is also a point on that f of x graph. Okay, so when you substitute that one, y is root 2 plus 1 is equal to a divided by x. X is root 2 plus 2. I'm going to substitute this one. This one is our x and this is our y. So x plus p means x is root 2 plus 2 plus p plus 1. Okay, so here this is x plus p plus 1. Okay, now what we can do, look at this one. On the left side there is a plus 1, right side also there is a plus 1. So what we can do, you can cancel the same quantity added on both sides. So just or subtract minus 1 on both sides, same thing. Okay, so minus 1 minus 1, so 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0. Okay, anyway you can understand. Okay, same quantity added, so you can cancel that same quantity. So what is remaining now? Here only root 2 is equal to, here what is remaining, a over root 2 plus 2 plus p. Okay, so now you have to cross multiply like this. The whole of this thing you have to multiply with the root 2. So root 2 into root 2 plus 2 plus p is equal to a. So now expand the bracket. How can you expand? 1 by 1 you have to multiply like a FOIL method. Okay, so what is that? Root 2 times root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2 plus root 2 times 2, that is 2 root 2. Root 2 times p, that is root 2 p. Multiply 1 by 1 by 1 like that. Okay, is equal to a. So now what you have to do? Are we stuck here? 2 plus 2 root 2 p is equal to a. Yeah, there is a there. Can you see that previous step we got a is equal to minus p. Okay. Oh, so what we have to do is take this root 2p to the other side. So it is 2 plus 2 root 2. 2 plus 2 root 2 is equal to a minus, I'm going to take this plus root 2p to the other side. So it is minus root 2p. So now 2 plus 2 root 2 is equal to, instead of a, we have an expression for a in terms of p, that is minus p. So instead of this a, I can substitute minus p, minus root 2p. Okay. So now what we can do, so let me erase this one. Those who didn't write, you have to pause and write this one first. So look at this left side, 2 plus 2 root 2. We can take these 2 and these 2 as common factor. Okay, so take a 2 as common factor from here. So it is 2 common factor. So remaining here it is 1 plus what is remaining. We took this 2 as common factor. So remaining is root 2 is equal to, here can you see that there is a minus p and there is minus p here also common. Okay, so I'm going to take that minus p as common factor. So what is remaining here? This minus p I took it as common factor, so remaining is 1. Then only when you multiply minus p times 1 is, you will get minus p. Okay, then this minus already outside, so here we have to write plus. This p is gone, so remaining is root 2. So here if you multiply minus p into minus into plus is minus, p into root 2 is root 2p, so it's fine. Now look at this one. This is 1 plus root 2. This is also 1 plus root 2. So divide both sides with 1 plus root 2. I'm going to divide both sides with 1 plus root 2. So this 1 plus root 2, 1 plus root 2 cancel. This one also cancel. So what is remaining here? 2 is equal to minus p, or p is equal to, it implies that p is equal to minus 2. So the value of p is minus 2. So what is the expression for a? A is equal to minus p. Therefore a is equal to minus p. So look at how I am going to write. A is equal to, this minus is this one. Okay, then what is the value of p? P is minus 2. So minus times minus is positive. So it means that value of a is equal to positive 2. So it means the value of a is 2 and the value of p is minus 2. So now what is our equation? Our equation becomes, what is our equation guys now? F of x is equal to a. A is 2 divided by x plus p. P is I erase that one, p is minus 2. So minus 2 plus q is 1. So this is the equation of f of x. Okay, or the question is to find the value of a and p, that's all. Okay, so that is question number 6.2. Now we have to do question number 6.3. What is that question? Question number 6.3. Question number 6.3. What is that one? Sketch a neat graph of this function. Your graph must be include the asymptotes if any. Okay, so you have to draw the graph. So we already draw the horizontal asymptote, y is equal to 1. This q value we got as 1. Okay, now what is a vertical asymptote? Look at this one, x minus 2. When it is minus 2, what is the vertical asymptote? Positive 2. So it means that if this is 1, this is 2, this, the line passing through 2, that is the vertical asymptote. Okay, and it is given in the question that it is passing through the origin. Am I right? Look at the second bullet, it passes through the origin. So one side it is like this, because it passes through the origin 0, 0. Okay, and also it is given that it passes through the point, do you remember that one, p root 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 1. If you check in your calculator, you can see that p, what is the answer of this one in decimal form? This is 1.34, so this is 3.4, I think so. And this one is, what is this one? 2.4. Okay, so 3.4, 2.4, 3 is this is, assume that this is 3, so 3.4, this is 1, so 2 is here, 2.4 somewhere here, that is p. So it passes through that point. This is the point p. Then you have to write this coordinate, root 2 plus 2, root 2 plus 1 there. Okay, because it is given in the question that it passes through the point p, and now we know that p is 3.4 and 2.4. Okay, so this is the graph of f of x is equal to 2 divided by x minus 2 plus 1. Okay, so guys, that's the end of February-March 2018 question paper, I mean graphs and function section. So hope you understand. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching, practice maximum number of questions, and see you on the next lesson. Thank you. Bye.